I'll now show you how we can do with these flat coated for sublimation by us in our factory acrylic sheets. We can produce some really fancy objects with pictures of the customers, all different sizes, all different shapes, with really affordable prices. Not much equipment at all needed, just a regular flat press and our molds to do this. And it's really easy and really affordable pricely. All you really need for these products, besides everything that you already have for sublimation printing, is one or more of our molds. We made 3 different shapes, and each shape we made one smaller and one bigger. Of course, if you buy them all, you have no limit to your fantasy to produce totally different items with different shapes and different sizes. If you buy one, you can do, you're a little bit more limited, of course, but really nice and really affordable prices. I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of money for having all of these molds. Your heat press has to be regulated, set it at 210 Celsius degrees for 120 seconds. For doing these objects, we just have to regularly print our image with our sublimation printer and put the coated part towards the image. We can use our regular heat tape for fixing it. We put it under the press with oven paper up and down. We close the press and we wait till it's finished. Okay, now for the next step, obviously we need some heat-resistant gloves. Once the time of the press has passed, we just have to take the acrylic sheet that will become really flexible with the heat. Okay. We put it on our mold. We put the oven paper over, and we let the print cool down a little while, roll in this cardboard cylinder till it loses a little bit of its heat, so it will become not flexible anymore, of course. It will become rigid. And it just takes about a minute, and then it will be perfect. Okay, just 1 minute like this, and then we leave it there, and then we wait 5 minutes, and then we will take the protective paper off. Okay, now we will show you a more complex mold, and even a different way to put the acrylic on the mold, because you can do it two ways. First, we did it putting the coated side towards the mold. Now we'll do the opposite. Doing the opposite, you don't need to put the oven paper over, because these rollers don't stick on the coated side. And we need to use 2 rollers for making a good job here. And as before, just for about a minute, to let it cool a little bit. Then we leave it for about 5 minutes, and then later we can tear the protective paper off. After they cool down, we can take off the protective film really easily. And we got a finished product. And now I'm showing you how you can do it differently, just as I showed you before, changing the way you put it in the mold. I mean, with the coated side down or up, we can have a complete different kind of shape. Okay? Okay, now just a little descriptions about the mold. This is called wave mold on the price list, and the codes are 777110 for the small one and 777130 for the big one. And just to show you, with the same mold, you can do different sizes of an item. See, with the same small mold, depends if you can use a small part or a larger part. And the same with the big one. You can use it partially or totally and make a bigger image. This other mold is called the arc mold, and the codes are 777101 for the small one, 777120 for the big one. And of course, as we said before with the other mold, depends on what part of the mold you use. You can make bigger or smaller images, or you can make them curve in one direction or another. Same with the bigger mold. I mean, you can make it in one sense, in the other sense. Depends on how you put it when you have to pull it down. Okay, now our last mold, this is called single wave. We got the smaller one, that's 20 by 30, code is 777140. The bigger one is 40 by 50 centimeters, and the code is 777150. And as for the other molds, you can use the complete mold and make a 20 by 30, or you can make a smaller panoramic. The same with the bigger one, like for example, this is a 30 by 40. This is a little bit bigger. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can go up with your fantasy and do whatever. And also, we can also make personalized molds if you need them. Of course, you need a certain quantity because we can't make just one personalized. You have to make pre-made.